Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine. We're Behind the Markets. Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, October 15th, and I've spent much of this morning working with my daughter Lila to help her study for her American history test. This morning, advanced history she takes, and we sat there doing all the flashcards. Who's James Monroe? What is the Missouri Compromise? What is the Monroe Doctrine? Why is John Marshall important for the Supreme Court? All these wonderful things reminds me of all the things that I used to learn. Back then, I hated history. It's quite a fun morning for me. Anyway, today I'd like to talk about Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JPMorgan Chase, the largest bank in America. Their blockbuster news that they announced a 10-year, $1.5 trillion initiative to invest in critical areas in the United States. 10-year, $1.5 trillion. That is $150 billion a year for the next 10 years. And I'm going to read directly from the man himself. You can read his op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. Quote, "It has become painfully clear that the United States has allowed itself to become too reliant on unreliable sources of critical minerals, products, and manufacturing, all of which are essential for our national security," JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon said. "Our security is predicated on the strength and resiliency of America's economy." So anyway, he says, this is very important. So the project that they're going to do, they will invest up to $10 billion out of their own capital into any one deal. But it says the project includes efforts like ensuring reliable access to life-saving medicines and critical minerals, defending our nation, building energy systems to meet AI-driven demand, and advancing technologies like semiconductors and data centers. My goodness, it sounds like he watches Behind the Markets videos, Dylan's Diaries every day. Or maybe he's a subscriber to Behind the Markets. Welcome to the party, Mr. Jamie Dimon. Welcome to the party. It's good to have you joining us. And he goes on to say, it's interesting, he goes on to say that, and I was going down his list here. We have reports for each of the areas that he's talking about. So he says, our efforts will focus on 4 priority areas: supply chains and advanced manufacturing to strengthen the production of critical materials, pharmaceutical precursors, robotics, and components such as semiconductors and rare earth elements. We have a report on that. Breakthrough Wealth, EI era. It's pretty cool. The other area he's going to focus on, the second one, defense and aerospace to support innovation and scale production for modern deterrence, including drones, autonomous systems, and next-gen connectivity. We have a report for that. Breakthrough Wealth, 21st century warfare. 4 stocks revolutionizing the battlefield. The next area he's going to focus on, the third, energy independence and resilience to modernize the U.S. grid and invest in reliable, clean power and battery storage to meet surging demand. We have a report for that. Takeover targets, last retirement stock. And finally, the fourth area that he's talking about, frontier and strategic technologies to accelerate breakthroughs in AI, cybersecurity, and quantum computing. And we've had multiple reports on that over the years, but most recently for Breakthrough Wealth, the Genesis project. Gosh, 3 of those are done through Breakthrough Wealth. So I guess that's a good thing. We own Breakthrough Wealth. If you don't own Breakthrough Wealth, you're crazy. We've been killing it this year. Anyway, so this is all happening. And remember something, we have a scenario here where the President Trump has understood this. We have understood this, that there is a great geopolitical conflict happening with China. It's not a hot war. There's no doubt about that, thank God. But there is a financial war that's happening right now. They threaten us with rare earth. We threaten them with software. Both sides, and we've talked about this, are seeking leverage in the high ground so they can avoid a physical war. We're playing chess with each other, and that's the way it is. But it is good, and this could spill into a hot conflict. Remember, China says that Xi Jinping told his military to be ready to take Taiwan by 2027. Just take the man at his word. That's 18 months from now. Actually, it's less. Gosh, that's 15 months. Take the man at his word. So we are marching towards this situation. China's in the news this week. We're not the anti-China channel, the pro-China channel, or anything like that, but it is in the news. It is affecting trade policy, and it's something that we have to talk about. This is a very exciting time to be alive. It is the return of great power, competition 101. And finally, we're done with this woke nonsense, this woke child mob nonsense, and we're starting to understand as humans again that this is a just like playground. Basically, the biggest and the baddest kids are the ones that dictate the tone and the vibe of the playground. It's raw power. That's the game. Anyway, that's all I have. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.